Okay, I think we're ready to get started. Welcome everyone to our webinar on Pro-IQ Essentials and how to increase awareness and stay top of mind with in-app branding. Just a few housekeeping items before we kick it off. We'll be conducting polls throughout this presentation. The link is in the chat if you want to participate in the polls. There'll be a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. So you can ask your questions throughout the presentation. They'll be answered at the end when it concludes. At the end of the presentation, you'll receive a link to participate in a survey, just a 4 short question survey if you'd like to participate. And that's it. We're going to get started. I'd like to introduce Isaac, who will be presenting today.
Thank you. And thanks for joining us today for our webinar. And welcome to our webinar on Pro-IQ Essentials. So this is our in-app branding service, and Pro-IQ Essentials allows you to place your company's logo and contact information clearly visible within the Resideo app, transforming it into a 24/7 calling card. It's great for contractors of all sizes. The service is a modern digital approach, and not to mention really easy to implement on every job. So let's get started. So again, my name is Isaac Rovner, and on behalf of Resideo Academy, again, thank you for joining us today. I'm a field trainer with Resideo Academy, and I travel throughout North America working with contractors and providing hands-on training in person, as well as online and virtual training as well. I'm based in Minnesota. As you can see on the left, that's actually our office in Golden Valley. And I'm really passionate about connected products and solutions. So I'm really excited to talk about this service that we have here today. And Resideo Academy is our training platform for comfort, security, and water products. We have on-demand curriculum, micro-learning lessons, hands-on training, and also comprehensive blended learning experiences as well. And I definitely invite you to explore our platform, whether, again, it's security or water, we have it all. So great resource there that we'll also talk about at the end of this presentation. And for those that are not too familiar with Resideo, we're a $5+ billion company that puts people in charge of their home comfort, safety, security, and energy efficiency. We're a top global distributor of security, fire, and low voltage products. And we create a lot of technology and smart solutions that really integrate seamlessly with our customers' lives. We've built these solutions on a rich 130-year+ heritage, taking care of the home, the workplace, the businesses, and the people in them. We have over 11 million connected customers, some with even more than one device. And you kind of see that here on this slide, kind of breaks down just how widespread our solutions are and how many people use them every day. And when we talk about Resideo, one thing to mention here is just the family of brands and solutions for every home around the world. We're in over 150 million homes in 100 different countries. Homeowners and professionals around the world rely on our products, knowledgeable staff, and our extensive support services. And you can see here just our different types of air products, security and safety, water, and energy. And we're excited to continue to announce new products and services, again, that make life easier, safer, and more comfortable. And what we're talking about today is a connected solution. And we can just take a look at the connected home on this slide here. And again, just kind of showing how our technology really helps simplify the connected world so your customers and you can rely and focus on what's most important and have that peace of mind. Resideo home automation solutions help you become safer, more comfortable, and more efficient in everything you do. And again, you kind of see here in this visual, just all the different products that we have that can be supported within the connected home. So just a little recap again, what Resideo is, who we are, but let's go ahead and get into the presentation today. So today, again, we're talking about Pro-IQ Essentials. Now, we'll start by just talking about what it is and how it fits into your business. We'll talk about account setup and enrollment, how to enroll your business and team. We'll go through actual product setup I'll kind of show you how it's done, connecting a T5, T6, T9, T10, and T10 plus thermostat. And then at the end, we'll cover some e-learning and resources, and we'll also have time at the end to answer any questions that you might have along the way. If you do have any questions, feel free to place those in the chat and we'll answer them at the end of the presentation. Last thing here, before we get started, we do have a few interactive polls. If you find yourself in the chat, you'll notice a link there that will take you to pollev.com/Pro-IQ, which will allow you to participate in the polls that we have today. There's also going to be a number there as well if you'd prefer to use text messaging to answer the polls. So you have a little bit of an option there, either on your desktop or mobile device or through text. So let's get started. And these questions are really just to kind of think about how we already interact with our customers in a digital way, and maybe how we interact with them in a non-digital way. But what are some ways that help you stay in touch with your customers? So I know, there's a lot of print materials, flyers, business cards, truck wraps. Is it email? Do you have a digital email campaign? Are you using radio or TV? Are you doing phone or text message, SMS? There's a lot of different ways you can really communicate with your customer. And these are just a few examples here. See, someone put in email. I know email is a big one there, right? We're kind of moving into the space where a lot of our marketing materials are digital. So it's great to see. I'll give everybody just a few more moments to kind of think about maybe what they're already doing to engage with their customers. So I see some print materials as well. Absolutely. I know we get, flyers in the mail and postcards, maybe that's business cards or anything like that. A lot of different methods there when we use print materials. And next question I have here, and this will kind of help us again, kind of help us talk about what we're going to, discuss when we talk about Pro-IQ. Do you service contracts with your customer? Now, this will come into play a little bit later when we talk about, again, how the customer can stay in touch. And maybe that customer doesn't remember they have a service contract, but we see, there are some contractors out there that use these service contracts and are a great way of staying in touch and keeping that relationship ongoing with your customer. Awesome. My next question here I have for you. What's your approximate advertising and customer retention spend as a percentage of revenue? Now, this could, differentiate based on the size of the business, right? Maybe it's not so much, maybe you're spending more than some of your competitors. It's great to kind of see kind of what you guys are doing out there to, again, kind of advertise and use those resources for customer retention. Great to see. So I kind of got a couple mixed numbers here, maybe less than 5% or 10 to 15%. Great. My last question I have here is, what percentage of your customers use at least one Wi-Fi thermostat? That's important too, because, with the Wi-Fi thermostat, that's kind of how we're going to put that calling card and logo in the app. So if your customer is already using Wi-Fi devices, again, this is going to make a lot of sense for your business to incorporate. And one that's 75 to 100%. Wow. Yeah. I mean, they're coming more and more common every day, and that's something we'll talk about as well. Excellent. Well, thanks for participating there. I really appreciate that. Again, just kind of something to think about before we talk about our subject today. And this will kind of relate to, again, how Pro-IQ can help your business. So let's keep it going. So will your customers contact you when it matters? That's our big question here today. If a homeowner encounters an issue, are they contacting you? Do they still have your latest card, print material, or email? We know that even if a customer has your business card, this can quickly become outdated. Some customers may even just prefer digital communication channels over physical cards or flyers. And then we also know it's really easy for homeowners to misplace some of these paper print materials as well. Also, the equipment sticker could show an outdated contact, an old phone number, or even the contact for a competitor. And lastly, did they forget they have a service or maintenance service agreement with you? So those are kind of just some things to think about there. Again, when your customer needs to contact you when it matters most, are they going to remember these things here? And it's a digital world, right? So what will a homeowner do in a time of need? Digital technology has really changed the way people exchange contact information. And with this service, we can really accelerate our response and equip your business with a smarter, more connected approach to customer servicing. And, a big part of, being an HVAC company is being in the right place at the right time. So depending on many factors, such as the quality of the equipment, the frequency of use, the general level of maintenance, speaking kind of generally here, HVAC systems can last and not require intervention from a technician for quite some time. It could be years before a customer needs to get in contact with you, and they may not have your information readily available. And if we think about kind of the smart home and smart thermostat space here, we're going to see a large growth of connected sales within the next 3 years. And it's expected that demand continue to rise due to energy efficiency, convenience, whole array of benefits there. And again, just the ability to interact with other smart home devices. And if you're not already selling Wi-Fi thermostats, again, kind of think about it there. Energy efficiency, cost savings, convenience, increased comfort, a competitive advantage if you're selling these thermostats, and an enhanced customer experience. We know that, Wi-Fi and connected devices have come a long way. So I want to open it up to the idea of going one step beyond the initial install, getting the most out of a connected install and getting the most out of the connected product. And that's kind of why we're here today to talk about Pro-IQ Essentials. So let's dig in a little bit deeper here. Pro-IQ Essentials. Now, Pro-IQ Services is an adaptable suite of intelligent, predictive software tools that are designed for the evolving digital home. With Pro-IQ Services, you can take your customer relationship to the next level beyond their traditional install and repair lifestyle. Pro-IQ Services is available as a monthly subscription at 2 levels to fit your ambitions. So level 1 is going to be our Pro-IQ Essentials, and level 2 is going to be Pro-IQ Advanced. For this presentation, we'll be focusing on Pro-IQ Essentials. With Pro-IQ Essentials, we can upload our logo in the customer's app, and they can see it both visible on their thermostat display and location screen within the Resideo app, ensuring that they're going to be able to see your brand far more consistently than other marketing efforts. One thing I see personally is the excitement when a customer has a Wi-Fi thermostat installed for the first time. And we know even just with HVAC, word of mouth is really important. So I've seen this myself where a customer has pulled out their phone at dinner to show how cool it is to have complete comfort control within their home, even when they're halfway around the world. And when they're showing their friend, their colleague, their family member, their app, your logo will be visible. And again, just kind of increases brand recognition and visibility. Users open their app several times per week. So again, it ensures that they're going to be able to see your brand and have that level of recognition. And eventually your customers will have an issue with their HVAC system and will likely open the app. And like I mentioned in the beginning, this is like our 24/7 smart calling card. So in the event of an issue or service, they can easily tap your logo and get in contact with you directly at a push of a button. Let's take a look at what the app will display when you use this service. So you'll see our logo at the bottom, again, at the thermostat view and location view. And I want to just maybe take a moment to show kind of why this is really important and kind of talk a little bit more about the logo, right? Again, talked about brand recognition. Logo is really one of the most important elements of a company's branding effort. It makes, your company easy to recognize and remember a brand more easily. And even professionalism. Just a well-designed logo can help the brand look more professional and legitimate. It gives customers the impression that the brand is established, reputable, and takes pride in its branding. One thing that we're really proud of is how clear and clean the logo looks in our app. And additionally, just the amount of trust you get with a logo. A logo can really help establish trust with customers. Customers see a recognizable logo and they know that they're interacting with a trusted brand they can rely on. So let's take a deeper look into this here. So for example, if I were to tap the logo, I'll receive a pop-up that allows me to connect via email, website, or phone. So for example, if I press email, this will populate an email message with the company's email address and a little bit of information there. For example, the model number of the device that they're using or the product name. If they hit website, this will link them directly to your website. You can customize your own URL that you would like to input. So when the customer presses website, again, it links them directly to your brand. And then if they tap phone, this will open the phone app on their mobile device and have your number already dialed, ready to go. It's great to use your customer support number, or maybe even a dedicated number that you use for, your support team and your customers. Resideo Pro-IQ Essentials is accessible from our Resideo Pro platform. We have a really easy to navigate dashboard and an intuitive app for our professionals in the field. With Resideo Pro, we get a direct connection to the business, from your business to the customer's home. We'll automatically keep track of the devices in your homes for you, allowing you to keep in contact with your customers more seamlessly. And with the Resideo Pro app, we have an easy homeowner handoff, which allows you to invite homeowners to use their smartphone app to jump right into the setup, allowing them to skip some of the technical processes. And it could be as just easy as them entering their Wi-Fi credentials and registering the device. It's an easier install. We can set up, for example, our T5, T6 through a new Bluetooth process to remove some of the complexities around different phones, systems, and routers. So just a ton of benefits there. And I know I'm probably missing a few, but definitely invite you to explore that dashboard and our Resideo Pro platform there. Let's take a look at the app. Now, the Resideo Pro app is our professional facing app. It's available on iOS, Apple devices, and Android. Allows you to configure and test specific models via Bluetooth or BLE, and allows you to access and create customer information from the Resideo Pro app right on the spot. And then lastly, with this Pro app, it'll allow you to invite customers so they can take ownership and utilize the Pro-IQ services. Really easy to add your technicians. So your technicians would have this app on their mobile device or tablet. And again, they would use this app to set up the thermostat and to use that homeowner handoff for the customer there. If we take a look at the thermostats we can use here, these are our trade model thermostats. We have our T6 models there, our 6320WF, our 6220WF, our T10 Pro Smart, and then our latest thermostat, which we're really excited about, is our T10 Plus Pro Smart. All these thermostats can be utilized with the Pro-IQ Essentials service. And I also want to note here that retail models can be used as well. So for example, the T5 is the equivalent retail model for the T6. So if a customer had a T5 thermostat, you could still utilize that product with your branding effort there. And we know, in some cases, the homeowner might kind of get in over their head and might call you for help for the install. And with using the Pro app, you can still allow you to use that Pro-IQ Essential service with these retail models like the T5 and the T9. So just wanted to note that there as well. So how do we get started? Let's go ahead and get into the admin setup here. So for admins or the company owner, this is how they're going to kind of get started with the Resideo Pro platform. They'll go to our website, resideo.com. They'll go to our professional page. They'll hit join, sign up, and then scroll down to Pro Portal. When they're in Pro Portal, you see a login screen that appears. And at the bottom, you just click New User or Create an Account, and then follow the prompts to create your account. Keep in mind, this might not be needed for companies that already have a relationship with Resideo. So for those that have Pro Perks account, won't apply in this case. But if you need help, we do have a customer success team as well, ready to go to help you with that. So you can see here, we'd enter all our company information, first name, last name, contact as well. And then you're creating a unique password for that admin account. Once we kind of get through that account creation, we'll accept the terms and conditions. We'll agree to those terms and a confirmation email will be sent. Please note that link does expire within about 7 days there. Once that email is sent, kind of show you what that looks like here. It will say, thank you for creating a Resideo account. Hit next. And this will take you to the process to complete your account setup. Go back to the sign in page here, sign in using the same credentials that we used when we signed up for that Pro account. And it will allow us to complete that application for our company. So here we'll enter our company name, address, contact information, and just a few more boxes to fill out here to create that account. Once those fields are filled out, you'll get an account confirmation. And this just goes through a quick review process to mainly make sure that we're not creating any duplicate accounts. If you're a company that operates with several different branches, we recommend one company per branch. Once approved, you will get a follow-up notification. Once your account is set up, you'll be able to access the Pro dashboard. And here's how you can kind of get started as a professional admin user. We can see here that our dashboard has a few different tiles and options to manage your business, invite customers and technicians, and kind of equip your team with all the tools necessary to be successful. We can go into company info and we can modify our company information here if needed. Really easy just by selecting company info on the far right tab. And then we can also use this opportunity to talk a little bit about app branding enrollment. So how we actually enroll in Pro-IQ Essentials and upload your logo within that Pro dashboard. So once an account is created and you have access to the dashboard, you can scroll down here to manage services and subscriptions. You just click on services and subscriptions and then click view plans. This shows just adding to the cart and starting that checkout process. Once the subscription is added to the cart, you'll see a confirmation. And then in step 4, we'll enter our credit card information for billing. And you won't be charged at the time of checkout, as this is just billed monthly. You'll receive a confirmation that payment information is entered into the system, and then you can proceed to complete service setup. We charge by location with devices assigned to it. So if there's only one charge, so there is only one charge per location if there are, again, multiple devices associated with it. So for example, a full month of service for 0 devices, bill would be $0. 1 devices, bill would be 99 cents. And even if we had multiple devices on that location, for example, 3 devices, it's still just going to be 99 cents per month. And this is where we get to entering the branding information. This shows, how you want to be contacted. So from the completed transaction page, we'll click on Complete Service Setup, as we saw in the previous slide, or you can click on Services and Subscriptions from the top navigation menu. You'll select Logo and Services Info. You'll select a file to upload. And then lastly, you'll enter your customer service information. And like I mentioned, when showing the initial kind of display of that app and talking about what phone number you might use a different phone number, maybe from your company info, for your customer service information here. So maybe this would link the customer directly to the service department or whatnot as an easier way to get in contact with you. And just a quick note, this can be changed at any time as well in the event that you need to change or update your logo or your contact information. Once you enter this in, step 5, you'll hit next and then enter requester info. And then lastly, click submit for approval. And just please allow 3 to 5 business days for review and approval. And then when that is approved, you will receive a follow-up email or confirmation. And really what we're doing here is just making sure that your logo looks great in our app. It's the correct aspect ratio and the contact information is valid. So we'll do that double check for you there just to make sure everything looks great. Once we have our branding plan, our subscription plan purchased and our branding information entered in there, one thing we can also take a look at is adding customers. Now we can add customers either through that Resideo Pro app or on the Resideo Pro dashboard, really depending on your business. You have both options and flexibility to add it ahead of time before your technician goes to the job. Or, if needed again, the technician can add that within the Resideo Pro app at the time of the install. What you'll do is just click Customer Accounts. And then at the top right, you'll hit Add Customer. You'll enter the customer information. And then you'll receive a message saying, "Success, your new customer account has been created." And you can see that here within the customer details showing that new contact that was created. And like I mentioned, the Resideo Pro app is used for linking devices, but I also want to just inform you guys here as well that you can also manually add devices on the dashboard. We can kind of take a look at this process. So the admins will have some additional tools such as this, where we can manually add a device. What we can do here is click on the contact that we just created, and then click Show Details. Click on the location and then select Add Device. And when we click Add Device, a new window will open here, prompting you to enter that MAC ID of the device that you'd like to add. This is generally available within the device information on the thermostat display or on the back of the physical thermostat itself. Next, let's go in through adding technicians. So we'll take a look here. This is showing the dashboard again that we should already be a little bit familiar with. What we'll do here is from the dashboard, we can scroll down and go to invite and invite any team members that we have that need to utilize this service. We'll enter the email address of that technician and then hit send. And I also want to note there, you'll select the role of that technician to help you kind of organize the different employees in your company there. You'll get a confirmation that that invite is sent. And this is what it's going to look like for your technician that you just invited. They'll receive an email from Resideo saying that they've been invited to join your company as a pro installer. They'll create an account. And then they'll use that black button there to create an account. They'll enter in their name, email address, and create a password that they'll use for that Resideo Pro app. They'll accept the terms and conditions. And then lastly, they'll be able to log in to confirm the account. Once they confirm the account, they'll have access to log into their dashboard and to the Resideo Pro app. And this will kind of show them what it looks like here after logging in. On the far left, you'll see that from a web browser. And there's also just a box here that you can tap to download that app conveniently to that mobile device or tablet. After downloading the Resideo Pro app, log in to the Resideo Pro account with credentials that were created in the previous slide. So let's take a look at how easy it is to actually claim and get the logo within that customer's Resideo app. We'll start with T5 and T6 Pro Smart. You can see what it looks like here. As soon as I log in as a professional into the Resideo Pro app, I'll be greeted and have a blue tile at the bottom there that says Setup Product. I'll click Setup Product. I'll select T5, T6 Thermostat, and then I'll follow the steps on screen to start the setup and to connect to the stat. What I can do here is do a long press in case the network is not showing. We'll want to confirm that BLE is appearing at the top of the display there, right above the thermostat name. If BLE is not showing, we can connect to the thermostat using the Wi-Fi network. But the process here just shows the connection through Bluetooth. Next, it'll prompt me to enter a security code that's going to be visible on the thermostat display. And then it will connect to the thermostat via Bluetooth. I'll get confirmation and a green check mark that it's connected. And then I can go through the entire setup and configuration right from my mobile device, which is really cool. And I can show you kind of what that looks like here. So in configuration, I can view the configuration summary and modify it. And I can configure this without even touching the thermostat. Next, I can do diagnostics, which is important on every new install. We always recommend testing the product before you leave that job site. So this gives installers and technicians really an easy way to test each stage of heating and cooling, the fan, and ventilation. And it's connected via Bluetooth. So what I can do is here, I can go up to the attic. I can test my ventilation, make sure that damper opens. I can walk outside, make sure the compressor turns on when I'm testing each stage of cooling, and so on and so forth. And if you have multi-stage equipment, all those options will show right on that system test screen. Once it's configured and tested, I can do a customer invite. This is the customer handoff here. So what I do is actually select a location or create a new location, select the contact from my customer list. If the customer is not already pre-populated in the app, I can select add customer and then enter that customer information, such as their name, email address, and phone number. And then I get a screen that says verify information. And this is important because you want to make sure that that email address is going to be the email address that they use with their app. Once you verify that information, you'll hit next and you'll get a green check mark that says success. That email has been sent to that specific customer. You can kind of see that again here. Those different steps there, again, really easy to get that customer invited. And then the homeowner experience. What's it going to look like for your customer? Well, your customer will receive an email. That email will state that their thermostat has been installed by your business or company. And it will prompt them to kind of complete account setup if they don't already have a Resideo account. And then also to download that app. So they'll go into account creation or login. You can kind of see that here. Again, if they don't have an account, they just hit create an account, enter in their information. Or if they already do have an account, they can hit login. Once they log in, they'll select add device. And a pop-up will appear. And it will say Pro invitation. It will have your company's name and say that your Pro installed your thermostat for you. Click connect to complete the setup and add it to their account and Wi-Fi network if needed, if it's not already connected. We'll go ahead and hit connect. enable location. And this is just showing the setup again on a T5, T6 thermostat. We'll kind of follow the prompts in the app there to continue with the setup. They'll be prompted with a pin, which is going to be showing on the thermostat. They'll enter that pin. It will connect to the thermostat. They'll have a screen that says confirm configuration. They'll tap next. Next, they'll add it to their Wi-Fi network. Once they connect to their network, they'll select done. And then the setup is complete. It will give a disclaimer saying that your logo will be there within the Resideo app. And then all the customer has to do is hit OK. Really simple process with the T5, T6 thermostats there. Next, let's get into T9, T10, and then T10 Plus Pro Smart. Setup will be the same regardless of which model you use. That process will look the same in the app. We'll kind of get into that now and cover how that's done with one of these devices. So within the app, again, kind of similar with the T5, T6, we'll hit Setup Product. Next, we'll select T10, T10 Plus, or T9, and we'll configure the device on the screen of the thermostat. So at this point, your technician will be configuring the thermostat to tell it, how many stages of heating and cooling it has, what type of equipment it's using, any IAQ, and again, all those setup steps in the installer setup for the system settings there. Next, it'll prompt you to find a QR code. Really easy. You just go into the thermostat menu, select thermostat information, and then scroll down to view that QR code. And then your camera will already be open. Just give it permission. And once you scan that QR code, it will then link your company to that MAC ID and to that thermostat. Additionally, if we need to, maybe the camera is not working on our device, we can select enter MAC ID manually, or enter MAC manually, I should say. And then that will prompt us to enter a MAC address manually within the app as well. So we can do it kind of two different ways here. QR code, definitely the easy way to go and saves a little bit of time there. Just a refresher here, how to actually see that QR code, what it looks like on the thermostat. I'll take you step by step through it. Again, hit menu, thermostat information, and then you'll see that QR code at the bottom of that screen there. If we're using the MAC ID for the setup, very similar. We just hit the thermostat menu, go to thermostat information, and then that MAC ID is going to be visible at the top of that screen. So really easy to find both of those things there. So once we connect it through that QR code or MAC ID, we'll then get into adding that customer and inviting them. So we'll see kind of what that looks like here. You'll be prompted to select a customer or create a new contact, kind of like we saw with the T5, T6 setup. We'll confirm the location or add a new location. We'll verify the information is correct. Again, very important that this email address is going to be the email that they use with their app. And then we get a success message here with that green check mark indicating that invite has been sent to that customer. And we kind of see, what it looked like there with the T5, T6 with the homeowner invite and account setup view. Very similar. They'll receive an email address just like they would if they have a T5, T6. Again, if they already have an account, they can log in. If not, hit create an account and they can just enter those credentials in there to create their account. And then it's really easy to actually add the thermostat to their location and register it to their own account. I'll kind of show you that in the next slide here. So this is the homeowner app setup. Once that customer has the Resideo app, they'll tap that red house icon showing that Resideo app. They'll hit log in if they already have an account. And then they'll enter their email address and password that they used when they did the initial account creation. And this is going to be for that primary user. If a customer wants to add additional users later on, that can be easily done through the Resideo app once the thermostat is already set up. Once they get into the app, they'll tap add device, just like again, for the T5 and T6 thermostat, they'll see that Pro invitation saying that the Pro installed their thermostat for them, and they'll be prompted to hit connect. They'll choose the existing location, and then they'll be entered or prompted to actually scan a QR code on the physical thermostat. And this will kind of guide them through finding that QR code. If it's not displayed, you can also connect really easily as long as you're on the same Wi-Fi network. So if that device is on the same Wi-Fi network as the thermostat, it will actually just look for the thermostat using that local Wi-Fi network and be able to find it in that way as well. So I'll say looking for your thermostat. And this just takes a moment here. Once it finds the thermostat, we'll confirm that's the correct device, hit yes. There's going to be a 4-digit number that displays on the actual thermostat screen. They'll enter that number within their app. See that entering that number there. And then lastly, we'll get to the registering device screen where it's going to register it within the Resideo cloud and to that customer's account. Again, if the customer has multiple users that they want to have control over the thermostat, only need to register the thermostat once. Any additional users will be added through the Resideo app after the setup. Really easy to do. They just tap menu. They can go to users and simply just invite users to their location. We'll get a message that says success. The thermostat has been connected and registered. And then we'll get a disclaimer showing that the Pro logo is going to be displayed in their app. And all they have to do at this point is just hit OK. And that's it. So now I showed you how simple it is to add and connect to a T5, T6, T9, T10, or T10 plus thermostat. Still need, a little bit support or additional resources. Like I mentioned, our Resideo Academy platform has a lot of different ways to help you in your business. We have a web portal. We also have an iOS and Android app, which is really easy and convenient for e-learning and webinars, for example, like we're doing today. If you already have a Pro account, you can follow these steps to access the Resideo Academy platform. You just log into that Pro portal dashboard. You look for the Resideo Academy tile, and then you just select register for training. You submit the requested form, and then you'll be able to access that Resideo Academy platform. All you do is just hit go to Resideo Academy through your Pro portal dashboard. The app, easy as well, right? So like I mentioned, we can do this from a desktop or through our app, which is available on iOS and Android. If we're logging into the Resideo Academy platform through a web browser on a mobile device, like a tablet or a phone, it will give us a pop-up here that prompts us to download the app. And that's really what we'd recommend for a more seamless experience if you are using a mobile device like an iPhone or Android device, and whether that's a phone or a tablet. They'll click iOS or Android. It'll prompt them to open their app store and to download that app. If they already have the app, they can hit open and that'll take them right to that Resideo Academy app where they can enter their credentials. Alternatively, if we're using the website here, you go to academy.resideo.com and you can log in via computer. You just go up to that top right portion of the screen there where it says log in or sign in, and then we'll enter our credentials there to access the platform through our web browser. We have great e-learning when it comes to really any of our products here. We're adding more and more daily. Our e-learning right now that we have available for Pro-IQT Essentials features e-learning for both admins and technicians. And this is just an example of what it looks like here for our technicians. Really clean, easy to navigate learning. You can back up at any time and kind of go at your own pace there. And if you'd like, I have the QR codes available here, which show those 2 different training courses, 2 different e-learnings, again, for admins and for technicians. And if you ever need any support with anything related to Resideo Academy and that platform, we have a great support team here that's available at support.academy@resideo.com. If you need additional support with Pro-IQ, we have our Pro-IQ customer success support. And we have a phone number which you can get in contact directly, as well as an email address for any of your needs there regarding Pro-IQ Essentials or those services that we offer within the Pro-IQ platform. At this point, we'll open it up to Q&A. So if there are any questions, feel free to, again, to place those in the chat and we can answer those now.
Yeah, great. Hey, everybody, this is Adam, and I'm on our marketing team. I've been monitoring the questions that have been coming in, so I'll just read those out loud and we'll go ahead and get those answered live. If you have any, as we're walking through these questions, feel free to drop those in the chat and we'll make sure to address those as well. So the first question is, which devices does Pro-IQ Essentials work with?
Yeah, great question. So like we reviewed there, T10, T10 Plus, and then the T6 Pro Smart Thermostat, as well as their retail equivalents.
Will Pro-IQ Essentials work with Total Connect Comfort, like Focus Pro or Vision Pro?
Not at this time, no. Right now, we're just limited to the T-Series thermostats, like the T9, T10, T10 Plus, and T6 Pro Smart, and T5 thermostats.
What is the cost for Pro-IQ Essentials and how often will I be billed?
Great. Adam, would you like to answer that one?
Yeah, I can actually take that one. So I think Isaac mentioned, but it's 99 cents per month, and that's per location. So if you happen to have multiple devices per location, it's still just that 99 cents per month. And that billing will occur monthly from the date of the subscription, and then when the homes are claimed. So if there's any partial months that after a home was claimed, halfway through the month, that you'd only be billed, for half of that month. And then as Isaac mentioned, I think early on in the call, there is no upfront cost to subscribing to the service. It's the costs only kick in once you start claiming homes.
Excellent.
Okay. Can pros claim already registered devices on their service visits?
Yeah. Would you like to take that one too, Adam?
Sure. At this time, the answer is no, although I think we are on the doorstep of offering that service. But right now, the support is initially for new equipment installs only. And like I said, hopefully what we call retroactive claiming will be coming soon so that you can perform those claims on service visits.
Yeah, we're pretty excited to get that rolling. So yeah, great information there.
Will the homeowner have the option to turn off the service after I subscribe?
Yes, there is an option in the app to turn off that service so that is not visible in the app. Yes.
What if the pro has more than one branch or one location?
Yeah, so I think we kind of mentioned that earlier. If we recommend, each branch have their own essentially location or account there. Great question.
Yep. And can pros change their logo and contact information? I can answer that one pretty quickly. The answer is yes. So at any point, whether it's for just one location or multiple locations, if you have a need or a desire to change any of the information, whether it's your email address, your phone number, or the website you want to direct them to, that can be changed at any time, as can your logo. So that's one of the great benefits, is that this service will keep up with the needs of your business. So anytime you've got to change, just a simple edit in your profile and all of that will be taken care of.
Yeah, really easy to do.
Yep.
Yeah, great question.
Is there a waiting period after a pro signs up and submits their logo or subscribes and submits their logo? I can take
Yes,
that one, Isaac. Yeah, well,
Go ahead.
I can take that. Yeah, there is just a short waiting period. I think Isaac talked about it before, but we just want to make sure that everything looks good in the app. So there is usually 2 to 3 business days at most for that processing to go through, and then you'll get an email that alerts you to let you know when that whole process is set up and approved.
Great.
It's scrolling through here. I think that might be all of them. Some of them are duplicates. Yeah, that's it. That rounds out our questions.
Great. Well, yeah, great questions there. And if you need any other additional support for anybody on this call, we're happy to continue to support you along your journey and, getting these devices added. So if you do need any additional support, feel free to reach out to us here. We'd be happy to assist with that. Other than that, I think we can end it for today. Really appreciate everybody for joining us. Again, on behalf of Resideo Academy and the entire Resideo team, thank you and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.